Alright folks, it's time. We've got ourselves a Feh Channel for August 1st, 2021. Tomorrow is going to be the start of at least these summer events and quests and that sort of stuff, among other things, which are definitely going to be announced in this video. Because, well, let's be honest, we kind of already knew this sort of stuff because I already showed off some of the quests. We're going to be expecting some GHPs, we're going to be expecting some tickets. The Hero Fest is definitely going to be in this video, but everything else, is it going to be a letdown? That's what I really want to do for a follow-up on this video. And also, if they talk about the new Aether Raid structure, that would be ideal. Because I would like to touch on that because a couple people from my last video did want me to touch upon that. So, I mean, let's just hope that this is at least something decent and not a letdown. I'd like to have my expectations at least a little change. This is what I'm trying to go for here. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, we're already off to a good start. We've got Anna in the background for whatever reason. Why not?
It sure has been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. Oh my.
It looks like one
Oh, they're doing another pirate banner. Oh shit.
Open today.
Yeah, Anna's finally here. I see.
Anna? What's she doing out here at the beach?
Because I totally haven't been observant. Okay,
Commander.
I understand.
I, Feh, have once again gathered all sorts of exciting news to share with all you summoners.
All right, out with it,
Before we
please.
get into all of
That's all I
that,
ask.
I wanted to let you know that there will be 2 Feh Channel videos this month. This one
Oh,
will focus on
okay.
August events, version update information, and more.
Okay.
In the next video, we'll be sharing information about the Choose Your Legends heroes.
Okay, so it's
And
not
with
even
that
this
settled,
one.
Get ready for the latest information on the Fire Emblem heroes
So
game.
basically, CYL actually isn't in this.
Feh
Okay.
Channel.
You know, I actually had a feeling. I had a feeling that it wasn't actually going to be in this.
There is a lot to
There's something
share.
telling me it wasn't going to be.
Let's start with
But I'll go on about that later.
this.
Okay, so we're not starting right off at the
Feh's
the
summer
back, okay.
celebration is back.
say everyone expects
Fire
this sort of
Emblem
thing.
Heroes will
So,
reach its
of course.
4.5-year anniversary on August 2nd. Appreciate the
Yeah, this is basically what you'd
scorching hot
expect,
passion
literally.
of all you summoners out there. We've prepared the events you see here.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go
literally
over a
this.
few of them now.
Literally all of this is what we expected because it was kind
First
of
up
somewhat
are some
leaked in. Well,
celebratory
you know,
login bonuses.
it's kind of happened already.
We've got moving right along. We have a Hero Fest summoning event.
And drumroll please, because we totally don't know who this is.
The blue hero in this event will be Guinevere.
Yeah.
Our green
It's this
hero
banner,
will
of
be
course.
Dedue. The hero filling the colorless category will be Flane. And
the
last,
red.
but certainly not least, our red hero for this event will be
Valentine's Henriette.
Henriette is making an appearance.
We knew it wasn't going to be
But
this.
Henriette
I
is a
literally
special
had to go
hero,
off of
isn't
this.
she? This is the first time a special hero will appear in a Hero Fest.
Wait, has it
I'm
actually?
definitely going to take advantage of
Jesus.
this rare opportunity.
I mean, that's not the reason why she's here, but you know.
Because this is a Hero
Oh, well.
Fest, the initial appearance rate for 5-star heroes
5%.
8%.
8%!
A whopping
Wow, they really
5%
want us
will
pulling for
dedicate
save
to the
skills.
5-star
Holy hell.
focus heroes you see here.
Wow.
Oh,
That
wow.
is...
It looks like you can receive 10 first summon tickets for the Hero Fest just by logging in once during the active period.
I need to pause right now. Oh my god, this is actually ridiculous. So they're giving us an 8% Hero Fest banner with 10 free tickets in the hopes of making sure that you can get save skills, because that's going to basically be what's going to come up after this. Wow, they really wanted people to get their save skills, because this is not CYL for a fact. That's happening a good bit later. And wow, they're really just trying to bait you out of this and just make you go for meta skills. Congratulations, IS, you've really done it. You've outdone
This will
yourselves.
be a great opportunity to make some powerful heroes your allies.
Or their skills, but you know,
That's it
same
for
difference.
Feh's summer celebration.
I guess some
Let's go
real
over
content.
all
Give us
of
some
those rewards
new
one more
units.
time.
Okay, fine,
30
sure.
orbs,
Wow,
100
30.
secret coins, 90 of each type of dragon flower.
Okay, sure.
500 heroic grails.
Yeah, I can use those.
120 divine
They need to give us
codes,
more of these
part
Minecraft.
2.
Like, come on. Come on.
500 Aether Stones.
I'm asleep already.
10 Hero Fest first summon tickets.
I'm malding.
5 stamina potions.
Really?
5
5?
dueling crests.
You gotta give us more of that. Come on.
Feh, that's a lot of rewards.
Feh,
Don't forget to
I don't
log in
care.
and play so you can
Come
earn
on.
them all.
That's so tame. At least partially. But at the same time, whatever.
Feh.
Oh well.
Oh, sorry about that. Just trying to stay hydrated. Moving right along, we have...
I'm trying to stay hydrated. What the hell, Feh?
Ta-da! It's a whole...
Yeah, there are some more
heroes dressed to
pirate
plunder
banners.
the
I didn't think they would actually do this
festival.
again. I really didn't think they would.
Introduce them one by one.
So we've got 2 winged units. Oh my,
Sure,
Naysala.
a festival may be a delight for the senses, but
God.
is it in good taste?
First
Are you
up,
one to really talk
it's
about good taste?
Naysala from the Fire
Okay.
Emblem Radiant Dawn game.
He looks
His dark
dashing.
pirate outfit suits him well, and he
Wow.
looks so put together. Just look at those
Well, yeah, it's
feathers.
Naysala. Of course it would be.
Knowing Naysala, I'm sure he'll be keeping an eye out for some treasure.
I mean, he kind of already has.
Lagoos and Bay.
Vika, let's go.
This is a sight I'm happy to have
Oh
seen.
my God. Wait, how they?
Next, we have Vika.
Vika. I literally called it.
From
Okay,
Fire
cool.
Emblem Radiant Dawn. She's
I'm
a
happy.
member of the Lagoons
She's actually in.
Emancipation Army.
Wow.
But it looks like she took some time off from that to dress up
People
like
are
a pirate
going
and
to
participate in the
plus send the
festival.
hell out of her.
I heard her
if they aren't
something
going into
about
CYL.
seeing the Lagoos and Bayork mingling and having a good time
That is a
together.
very
I bet
tame
that's the real
kit.
treasure she's after.
And I mean extremely tame. What the hell? Surtur! Oh no! It's not summer, but it's the closest thing.
Along
Pirate Surtur.
Surtur
What?
From Fire Emblem
What?
is here. If I had
Hold
to
on,
guess,
what?
endless power is
Oh
the
my
plunder
God.
that Surtur seeks. I never really thought about it this way
Holy
before.
hell.
But maybe his way of life shares some similarities with pirates after all.
I don't know about that one, but okay.
Festival.
Lithis! Oh shit! Okay. Thracia. Alright.
Look at that.
Or Lithis.
We also
Still, what
have
the hell?
Lithis from
Okay.
the Fire Emblem
He's from the free unit,
Thracia
actually.
6 game.
Definitely
A real
is.
pirate is joining the fray. And
course.
he's ready to teach everyone a thing or two
Axe.
about being a
Of
true
course. Not
marauder.
surprised.
Hopefully he doesn't get too carried away. Or else we
Wind
need to
sweep,
get Leaf
okay.
involved.
You know that works. Oh my God, stop.
Playing pirates. Fun, isn't it?
Oh my.
Hinoka and Camilla has a
Emblem
pair
games are making an appearance as
of
well.
units.
These
Oh my
princesses
God.
of Bushido and Nor
Why am I
are
not
here to join the
surprised?
battle. It looks like even
Why
their
am I not
weapons are
surprised?
perfectly suited
Jesus.
for the pirate festival.
Yeah, but she just has a chromatic sword.
It's carved to look like a figurehead on a ship's
Whatever.
bow. And Camilla is carrying a saber.
Yeah, but she's still not using it. Come on.
Vika, Surtur, and Hinoka.
Wait, is
all
Vika
appear in
the...
Special Heroes
I think she's a
Perilous
4-star
Seas
demo.
summoning event, scheduled to begin
I think she
August
actually
5th.
is. Huh.
Lithis will become your ally
Yeah,
if you
that's
earn
what I
enough points in
realized.
the upcoming Tempest Trials Plus event.
I think a lot of people are actually going to be happy about that. Another
After
free
seeing
Thracia
all these
unit.
heroes,
You're getting
I
dubs.
want to be a pirate too.
I'm happy for you then. Stop.
Arr, avast ye!
I really
Let
tried.
down the hatches and set course for this.
No, I don't think so. Wait, so what's up with
It's
this?
some changes.
Summoning
to
pool
five-star
changes. You know
heroes
that makes
appear in
sense.
Summoning pools.
Okay, what is this
The
exactly? Because
heroes
this
you
is going to
see
make or
here,
break.
who appeared between September of 2018 and February of
4-star specials.
2019 will now appear in revival summoning events.
Oh!
Along with this
Okay.
change, they will no longer appear as
Okay.
5-star heroes in other summoning events, but will
Hey, it's
instead
about time.
appear in the 4-star
Surtur.
special rate summoning
Yeah.
category.
To Barn?
There's an in-depth explanation of the new
Oh my
summoning
God,
event
Valoria's
battle
actually getting
schedule
demoted to 4-star
and in-game
special.
notifications,
And revival.
So be sure to check it out.
Okay. I mean, that works for me.
New
Hold on,
tactical
what?
retreat feature and a reset button are being added.
Whoa.
First, let's go over tactical retreat.
Oh boy.
If you happen to lose or withdraw during a chain of wins in the arena, this new feature will treat it as though your chain was never broken.
Oh my
Keep in mind, you
God.
can only use this once per run. When you
Really?
use this feature, your chain of wins doesn't have to come to an end. so you can maintain your score and keep on fighting.
Jesus
That should be
Christ.
pretty helpful.
They had to give us a safety net
The
because
other
Arena is
feature,
really
the
dumb right
reset
now.
button,
Jesus
allows you
Christ.
to, well,
Okay, the
reset.
reset actually does help.
By
At
tapping
the very
this button,
least. That's
your chain
fine.
wins and score will reset to 0, and you'll start right back from the beginning.
At least
If
it's
you ever
something,
want to
sure.
restart your arena run for whatever
The reset
reason,
is fine,
this is the
but
button for you.
tactical retreat, that's like a band-aid skill to dealing with D-Gen teams. Like, come
More maps are
on.
being added to
More
the arena as
maps.
well. I can't
Oh,
wait to take on
Jesus
these
Christ.
maps and show everyone how crafty I can be on the battlefield.
I mean, I guess I'll go over them after. Sure, why not?
Hey,
Might as well.
well, that's all for today, Summit. Where could those two be headed?
That's not it. Of course
I
it's
should
not.
Probably follow them stealthily, of course. Flap, flap.
Delta, of course. Ninjas? Hello? No, shot.
Say, there's
Huh?
an enemy up ahead.
Wow, Alphonse just killed a dude live. I
looks
can't
like they
believe
made
it.
through without any
Jesus.
trouble. Huh?
Hero's Journey.
What's
New mode. Okay.
Hero's Journey.
This better be something
Oh
good.
my,
Better
I think
be.
a new event is getting started. It
It's
looks
just an
like
event,
the two of
okay,
them
well,
left
same
to
difference.
Go on a mission in another world. Let's
Oh
take a
god,
sneak
not
peek at what they're
Lost
up to.
Lore, but better something. Come on.
They seem to be exploring
What?
some sort
A
of
button?
labyrinth. Faye, oh, they're about
Oh my
to step on a
God.
switch.
Emergency meeting. Okay.
Oh, no. It was a trap.
What? Okay.
Now it looks like they're gathering supplies in a town.
Oh no, what's gonna happen now?
Faye? That
Jesus.
mountain of supplies, they must have done a good job bartering.
A book, some meat,
Commander Anna
axe.
would be so
I understand.
proud. I bet their journey was full of small surprises and fun
So
moments.
what is this exactly?
And I'm sure they made some fond memories along the way. Oh,
I think this is actually something you can use
see
with
those
your
memories
summoner
in the
then.
form of memento events.
I think.
In Hero's Journey, you
Probably.
can choose any two heroes from your barracks and enjoy watching their memento events.
Oh. Oh, this is. Ooh, okay.
Let's go ahead
I
and pick
see.
some more heroes memento events to watch.
But yeah, you can use your summoner in here. Finally, another mode that isn't the
I
other.
guess I need something
Mjolnir
called
Strike.
memento
Okay.
points.
Sure.
But how do I get those?
Yeah, how do you get them?
There are special battles to be fought in Hero's Journey.
But with 2 units, I'm
Let's see what
assuming?
this is all about. I'll pick a difficulty and let the battle commence.
Yeah, okay. And you can farm it with, oh my god.
When you
Alright.
win a battle, you
I
get
understand.
points for the pair you sent off
They
on
don't
the
even trust the
Hero's
battle?
Journey
I
mission.
mean, makes sense, actually. That would
You
be
can
so
then
boring.
use the points that you save up from battles to watch memento events.
Okay.
It looks like there are a few different types of memento events. And depending on which event
Okay.
plays out, you can earn different amounts of rapport. Gather
And what does that
rapport to
ultimately
earn
do?
dragon
Oh,
flowers and
okay.
other rewards like the ones you see here.
Can
Group up your
reward
favorite
somewhat,
heroes
but
and
you know
get
what, it's
rewards while
something.
enjoying all sorts of memento events.
There's gonna be so many people who just enjoy this for the memento events, honestly. Just so you can have more interactability with your
Is
units.
this the
At least to
battle
see
menu
them.
we were looking at earlier? Feh,
Bosses? Oh
It
no.
looks like I can select things that I couldn't before. You'll just have
Wait,
to
boss
play
battle
for
and final
yourself
boss?
and
What?
find out what lies ahead.
Okay, I see how it is. What
The
day is
new
it coming out
event,
on, though?
Hero's Journey is set to begin on August 14th.
Okay, makes sense.
While
I can
you
see that
wait,
happening then.
Why don't you give some thought to which heroes you'd like to send out on an adventure together?
Wow, they really want us to send out our favorites for this one. Jesus. Okay, well, that was a very overall solid. What would you give that a solid net because it's not CYL? I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed at that fact, but at the same time, I kind of, in my head, realized that that was probably going to be the case. Simply because of the fact that when I saw these refines, I realized they're not CYL 3 units. Because that's usually a good indicator of what's going to happen with CYL. Because they started pairing those together, and it's like, of course it's going to happen eventually. So the fact that I saw it and it didn't happen, it's like, well, something's going to be up. And I guess that's what's up exactly. No much gens needed. Okay. I don't think I need to go over too much overall when it comes to the event stuff, just because it's kind of self-explanatory. We've seen all this sort of stuff just day in and day through. But I guess like the one thing I could mention, if it actually wants to like load and play,
Can make the
or just load, please and thanks. All right, cool. Get a plus semi from Nan. Luckily, I'm not going to wait for the revival, at least later on. So you know what, it's fine for me. But the important part, the units from this pirate banner. Let's see if there's actually like any sort of indicator for their skills and that sort of stuff. Because I know there is for Vika, and I'm almost certain that Vika is going to be the 4-star demote. Mostly just because, I mean, if you saw her kid, it was very tame. And the only one who would be just as tame is Lithis, and that's the Tempest Trial. And everything else is a lot more, you know, got a lot more oomph. Yeah, because so we didn't even see any solid stuff, but we most definitely see what Vika's got. So as far as I remember, yeah, it's over here. So she has a perf, which is good enough. She's a colorless beast flyer, which is actually a pretty decent class type, if I do say so myself. But she's got sabotage attack, speed res solo 3, and glacies. Her stats aren't too bad actually, although I'm pretty sure attack is meant to be sort of low. She has a lot of speed, a lot of res, boatload of res actually. I mean, Leon who exactly? I don't know. I mean, defense is like whatever, but that's kind of what you'd expect. If I remember correctly, it's probably because it's 48 minus 16, right? Would that be 32? No. Wait. Yes? 32. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bizarre. I'm willing to bet that her weapon, at least if I can look over here. Okay, there's actually... Huh. So what I'm thinking is that she's getting some overall stats from her weapon, but especially speed and res, I would assume. I think what she might have, my guess is maybe something akin to maybe like Selkie, for example, where she gets more stats, just depending on the difference. Something along those lines, just because she has a lot of speed and res, but not too much when it comes to attack and defense. At least that's my bet. I'm not too sure. But I mean, we'll see in like a day or so, whatever happens with the banner dropping. Or at least the trailer. And Big Boss Surtur apparently actually are getting a an alt. Can't say I entirely expected this, but at the same time, it was as inevitable as Reinhardt. Everybody was memeing it to hell that he was going to get an alt. Everybody thought Summer, but no, he was going to get a pirate one instead. So, am I ultimately surprised? Not really. But no, well, he didn't show skills. Lithis, he actually did, right? Yeah. So I think the main thing to take away from that, he is actually bringing Wind Sweep to the Grail Pool, and I don't think I need to really explain why that's good because it's obvious. You won't have to either pull for alms or keep going for Joshua's. Wait, he's already in the Grail Pool. Okay, but you get what I mean. You have another unit that isn't Joshua in the Grail Pool that has Wind Sweep. So, I'm willing to bet a good amount of people have probably done whatever they've done to sack Joshua's for Wind Sweep on certain units that want it. So, having another unit for that, I mean, it works out. I mean, sure. Otherwise, he also is bringing, I believe that's Wind Boost 3. I don't remember the last unit I've seen this on. Probably Gray. So having this there, I mean, sure. Doesn't Astrum have this too? I don't remember. I know he has some sort of boost. I think it's this one, but oh well. The perf, if I can maybe look to see what they have in there. Yeah, it looks like -4 like all stats during combat of some sort. So it must mean something, right? Probably get some sort of stats, but they also get -4. That's what I'm assuming, at least from this. Okay, and then swap, so. Alright, sure. And I mean, you've got a decent stat lineup too. I mean, you've got 40 speed, 30 defense, 23 res, 47 HP, makes sense. And then I believe, I mean, 50 minus 40 or 14 is like 36, I believe. So, decent stat line, honestly. I mean, it kind of reminds me akin to a stat line similar to my dual alm, at least at base. So, I mean, or well, not like my dual alm, but I mean dual alm in general. at least base that line. So, oh well. And then lastly, we've got Hanoka and Camilla. You know, I'm actually kind of glad that it's Hanoka fronting this and not Camilla, just because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would actually just mauled over that fact. So it's like, whatever. But actually, is there going to be a way I can see this without it being, you know, a little tainted in the stats? Yeah, I don't think there's much of a choice I've got here, do I? Because you're already getting your attack and speed buffed up. I'm just like, okay. Actually, wait, no. I can just do the math right here. Wherever it is. If I could see a combat, please and thanks. That's gonna look so trippy. No? No, you literally attack somebody. Why am I not finding that? Right here. Okay, so... wait, no, it's not even... Okay, you know what? Whatever. Not gonna bother. But I mean, you've got Harshman Plus, Mermaid Bow, Green Bow, attack speed push for defense res Rhine, and speed res Far Trace. So I believe what they would have is adaptive damage and a bow. Among other skills, obviously, because they're getting some sort of attack and speed buff, that's for sure. So basically, they have a lot of attack and speed, and they have adaptive damage. And they're also a ranged flyer with Kanto. Okay. I don't think I really need to explain too much more as to why you should be afraid right now, but I'm pretty sure we can just go over everything once everything kind of drops for the trailer banner. So, I don't even know what to really say here because this is a little, you know, a little spicy. And I mean, in a good way and a bad way. More so thinking about like gameplay, just meta-wise, because a ranged unit like that with adaptive damage. Oh boy. I'm not like hating or anything. It's just very, you know, very interesting to note, but that's just me. All right, so every unit that you see here, we've got Quan, Lewin, Nina, Flora, Ophelia, Levitane, Legiarn, Halbindi, Owain, Loki, Cliff, Camilla, both Corins, and Makoto from Adrift, Surtur, Yulger, Tabarn, Leanne, Nyla, Keaton, Gloria, Kaden, and Selkie. You're all going to be brought into the 4-star special pool and will no longer be on like those, you know, regular 5-star hero banners, at least new heroes, special heroes. And they're also going to be on revival banners. I wouldn't know when those are starting up. I believe we might be at the end of the cycle for all I know. I haven't really paid too much attention, but whenever they start doing those, we'll start seeing some of these units. And for better or for worse, I mean, there are some really good units you can still grab here that'll be now 4-star special. I mean, Lewin and Ophelia come to mind immediately. Surtur, if you really want to meme around. Tabarn is still pretty good. You can probably use Keaton too. Floria for my own personal bias. And yeah, you've got some overall good stuff here. Just depends on, you know, if you get lucky or not, or if you really want these units. But overall, good to have them finally demoted so that you have a little bit less clunkiness going on. Because, I mean, there's a couple units here that are kind of like, do you really want them to pity break you? Do you really? I wouldn't think so. I mean, I've gotten pretty broken by at least a Makoto once, so I know the feeling. It's not exactly the best. All right, let's get to the whole arena stuff because this is pretty silly. So you lose, you basically have a safety net once per arena, at least arena chain, as I believe they call it. So it's not like it's something that actually runs out. You just have a safety net if you run into a really stupid team, which is a really band-aid way of fixing this. But I mean, I'm not surprised that they're doing a band-aid fix for arena as well, because they kind of already did that for Aether Raids. So it's just like, whatever. The reset thing I do at least like, mostly down to the fact that it's just helping with your resources, because normally the way you would reset, I mean, do I really need to explain it? You're just going into another battle again, wasting a dueling sword and just taking that loss just so that you can reset in case you don't already lose it. So it's just like the battle that was already kind of lost. I mean, you might still win it, but it's like you lose the unit. It's like, whatever. I don't know. It just depends on preference. You either do that or you just take another battle and just tank it. It's just like, it's not exactly the best thing, at least in terms of your resource economy. So it helps out. But the tactical retreat, it's like, It's like if you get one really bad matchup from a really stupid team, it does help at least so that you're not completely losing your run and you have to start all over again, destroying your resource economy even more. But this is just a very band-aid way of fixing it instead of actually fixing the gameplay itself. Instead, you just give it a safety net. I'm just like, okay, that's interesting at least. The new maps, I don't know if I'm really... It's a really weird thing to talk about these because a lot of the times, it's really hard to get a gauge until you actually play them, in a way. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I actually originally, when the first mapped update came out, at least when the first new wave of maps came out, I originally wanted to do a video theorizing how I think they would get played in terms of the metagame and all that. And I mean, that never really happened because it was a really weird video idea, at least, and I really couldn't formulate myself. I tried, but it was like, yeah. But I mean, for these, it's a lot of, you know, a lot of what's going to happen is that you're camping all of these defensive tiles, and that's something that's going to be on all of these, actually. Maybe less more so for probably this one, just noticing off the fact that that one's more enemy side unless you have like a flyer, but it's like, are you really going to? Unless they're part of your core, I mean, eh. But a lot of these are very strategically placed defensive tiles to where it's utilized on both sides, your own and the AI. I mean, for example, this one's a perfect example. You can just move somebody up to anybody who is able to attack this spot. If they're ranged, like the Selena, for example, it's just going to get blasted depending on who's here. So it's just like, sure. It's just more like easy bait and that sort of stuff. But if they also have like a flyer example that can get through, that's a point of weakness, for example. But a lot of these are otherwise halting it. I mean, you've got so many walls here. You've got some walls over, actually, for a good amount of these, actually. About this U-shape of maps here, among others. I think this is mostly just so, at least some of them are strategically placed to hinder the opponent so that they're not completely going to your team and just rolling them on like turn 1 or 2, which definitely helps out, especially when some units that can be like found in arena are just too silly for their own good. But it definitely helps, at least with the stalling of it, to make sure that you're not getting completely screwed over. You at least have time to come up with a strategy and actually play through the match, which I definitely appreciate a lot more than say everything else that we kind of have right now. I mean, it's a whole lot better than say the 2-lane bridge map, where a legendary Sigurd, if they're in spot 2 or 3 in the AI's team, they can basically just walk over and just most likely kill somebody. It's just like, that's not fun. It really isn't. So, having a way to sort of slow down the game with these breakable walls is a necessary evil. It might not be the best for gameplay, but it's something at least. But there's a lot of other engaging points just because you have more defensive tiles as well in some particular areas where most of the combat is going to happen, at the very least. So overall consensus, I like having more maps. Just simply overall, it spices up the gameplay of the arena, and probably is better for gameplay anyways, just because ISS learn, they know what the gameplay is going to look like exactly. They know how to make things a little more interesting at the very least. Might not be the best thing overall, but like I always thought with the new maps as is, it's a change, and I personally welcome it because, I mean, it's better than being stuck with, you know, double ridge, double wall, and all those terrible maps from launch. Just simple as that. And lastly, let's talk about Heroes Journey at least a little bit. I'm not too sure what's ultimately going to happen here, just because it comes down to the fact that it's another one of those weird sort of modes that's like, you have some battles, but the main interest here, or at least the main thing going for you here, it's just being able to basically send in your favorite units and just have them do some really weird and wacky scenarios, which is pretty nice, actually, as a matter of fact. And I really like the fact that you're actually able to use your summoner here, just so that you can have another move that isn't Mjolnir Strike to use them in, just simply. I mean, I have a really weird janky setup with my summoner personally. I'm not even using a Braided Blick at all. So, I mean, being able to do something like that there, using that summoner that isn't just in Mjolnir Strike, it definitely helps out a lot. And, I mean, I think a lot of people are going to send in some ship units in here too, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, duh. I mean, look at what it's kind of doing. Just memento events, just units being together as if it's like basically a support chain, but you know, in an event and not actually a support chain sort of thing. So you know what, you've got some more time to do some weird stuff with your units, but actually more so the fact that it's actually a lot more engaging in effect, because you're getting the resources from battles, and then you're sort of seeing how they play out, because it's a bunch of different logs, I believe. I mean, it was like 3 sorts of stories, right? So I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting, at least the first time around. It might get a little stale going forward, just in case we've seen all the mementos, but I mean, that depends on what you want to do to spice things up with it. So there's a lot of potential for this mode, not in terms of like really achieving that satiable gameplay that you might want, but it's definitely a very interesting concept at the very least. So I'm at least excited to give this a try, just because I really want to see some of those mementos and maybe use my summoner. I'm honestly not too sure. We'll see. But I mean, you have the option to use whatever unit, but hey, you at least have a summoner option. I think that's better than nothing at all. So you know what? That's at least, I would call that unironically a solid dub. So there you go. And with that final dub being talked about, that's it for this Feh Channel at the very least. So we're going to be getting the CYL Feh Channel, who knows when, but it's not in this one. They literally say it's going to be in another one, and ultimately I'm not surprised. I think what's going to happen is that they might announce it for, I don't know, they might do something around mid of August and then have it be the banner for end of August, mid-end. That, or they do it in September. I honestly don't remember the track record. It's like August, September season of CYL, so it's like whatever. But if it might honestly just be September, mostly down to the fact that the CYL 3 refines are most likely going to be dropping in September for 5.9. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's all there. But they're definitely going to announce it around mid-month, I'd imagine, just because they usually do that sort of thing just to build up hype and whatnot, so that they can do some, you know, PR and all that, marketing and all that stuff to get us excited at the very least. Because, I mean, hey, we're finally going to be getting CYL Erica, Marianne, Marth, and Gatekeeper. And I mean, just the fact that overall is very exciting for a lot of people, including myself, just to see really what they bring to the table. So it's just like, all right, I'm waiting anxiously to hope to see if they're good or not, or just to see how things turn out, and just for the fact that it hasn't been here, so it's just like, oh well, that happens, I guess. But I digress. All right, that's gonna be it for this video, everybody. I might make another video depending, talking about the new A3 structure, just because I haven't found a place to really talk about it here, but I'll probably do something like that later. I've got some other stuff in the pipeline as well, so don't worry about that. But if you like this video, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about this Feh Channel, what was already introduced, what you guys are hoping for in the future and whatnot. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, hit that subscribe button. My name's Val, and I'll see you guys next time. I really do appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye bye.